All right, Travis Wingoodsell. If you just heard Adam Schiff, he laid it out, plain and simple. Russia couped America using Trump as their agent. And whether Trump was deceived, or whether Trump did it willingly, whether Trump physically met with Russians to arrange this, or whether he just heard about them wanting to help and he accepted it, doesn't matter. He's an agent of Russia. And America has been couped. So, yeah. It's up to the Senate. We have two Mormons who know better, because the Book of Mormon warns about the coup of America. Did you know that? Would you like to know more? I should watch Starship Troopers. There are little propaganda advertisements in between. Now, the Book of Mormon, coded message directed for America during Joseph Smith's time and for a future event, that America is going to be couped by a king, a takeover of a king. Thus the kingmen, Mormons. And so how do you know if your church is the right church? How do you know if your government is the right government? It's real simple. That which you do comes from that which you believe. Trump believes Putin. He spouts the Putin propaganda. Ukraine did it. It wasn't Russia. It was Ukraine. And if you just follow it through, you realize how ridiculous it is. Didn't you become president? Didn't Hillary lose? Yeah. But yeah, the words of Putin himself. And so that's how you know the Mormon church is the wrong church. The Book of Mormon tells you how to know, Mormons. The Book of Mormon tells you about the Lamanites with Laman at the head, saying, I have the right to rule. You will be subjected to me. I will kill anybody who goes against me. The great and abominable church. The Antichrist. The rich Zoramites. The Gadianton robbers. The Kingmen. The Jaredites. All warning you. And right in the introduction, they put in Wilford Woodruff's notes from a talk that Joseph Smith gave, in which Joseph Smith said, you will draw nearer to God by abiding by its precepts. It is the precepts, Mormons. You guys are all looking for the word Jesus. Even Nelson tricked you into looking for Jesus, as he himself gets up in the very first conference where he is the new king of the church and says, hey, we've been dealing with Russia, but don't watch the fake news media. We got betrayed. Not just America, but the Mormons. And it's the precepts. That's how you know. And so, but thank goodness I beat the church in a lawsuit. I won. I followed the rules. federal court has a process for filing civil complaints. No Mormon would take the case for criminal action against the church because they're all compromised. I followed the rules, filled out the forms, submitted them to the clerk, and followed the process. And I won because I followed the process. They, the court, chose not to follow the process. They chose to cover for the church. That's how I won. The church tried to cover up their connection to wrongdoing against me. I caught them. Presented to the courts. It's in the public domain now that they got busted. I won. But the courts aren't going to admit that they lost. They aren't going to admit that they did wrong. They're going to find some way to cheat or just ignore it. Hope I go away, because that's what Mormons do. They commit corruption. They hide in silence, hope it goes away, and then reemerge to continue to do their crimes and even escalate if the person who complains is still around. They punish. They find ways to inflict torture and pain and suffering, financially, physically, doesn't matter. That's the Mormon way. Born and raised Mormon, lived Mormon my whole life, going on 50 years. I know Mormons. I exposed the church in the court filing by revealing the words of the covenants. Helaman chapter 6, did that in the previous video. Gadianton robbers specifically had secret handshakes, secret signs, secret words, so that they can know a brother from another. And Mormons do that as well. They have certain language words that they may know another Mormon. So, oh, we're going to celebrate family home evening. We're going to FYE. Those secret codes that may seem harmless, but when you're applying for a job in Utah and the Mormon is running the business, all you have to do is give him the code words. Yeah, my new family is looking forward to celebrating the first birthday of our youngin'. We got sealed in the Salt Lake Temple, so my wife and I are going to celebrate by having an anniversary at the Lion House. Those little code words. Oh, when I was an Eagle Scout, when I got the priesthood, I learned how to work with customers, work with other elders my age. Yep, those little code words that if you're not Mormon, you don't say because you don't know, and then you don't get the job. The Mormon does. And it works in reverse. If it's not a Mormon who's running the business, and you go in there as a Mormon, need you to work on Sundays. Oh, I can't work on Sundays. It's against my religious beliefs. Okay, we'll call you. That's the battle in Utah. So, but by their fruits ye shall know them. And it doesn't require Lucifer to physically appear before Nelson to prove that the church is the church of the devil. It's not needed. Nelson only has to follow Satan's plan. And that plan is taking away agency, making commandments, demanding obedience. That's it. That's all it's required. He doesn't even have to do the things the Yeah, the Gadianton robbers or the Great and Abominable, but inevitably, if you're demanding orders and obedience and giving out commandments, it's going to happen. You're going to commit a crime. And that's what the church is doing with tithing. That's protection money. Demanding tithing in order to participate in the rituals. That's a crime. That's what I got them on for, is RICO. Among treason and war crimes as well. The war crimes was what I got the church caught trying to cover up during this trial, during this case. It's that simple.